Well, we're joined now by In Focus Health correspondent Lino Madu. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome again.
Thank you.
You have an exciting news segment for us,
yes.
health news segment.
Yes, indeed. It's about a ship that is providing healthcare around the world, especially in Africa. So for the past 30 years, the so-called Mercy ships have traveled the world providing healthcare to people in need in Africa and elsewhere. Well-wishers in Benin lined up to welcome the Africa Mercy to Cotonou. The volunteer crew will provide medical care and training in the country. On the first day, an estimated 2,000 patients stood for hours to receive care on board the ship. Dr. Keith Thompson has been working with Mercy ships for almost 2 decades.
But really there's very little medical service in these countries. And if there is, people have to pay a lot of money to get it and they can't afford to get the sort of help. I mean, here we've got people who have no health care at all, no doctors, no nurses, no dentists, no drugs.
The government of Benin invited the Africa Mercy to the country, and during a visit on the ship, President Yayi Boni addressed the crew.
Our ambition is to bring health to everyone here. That's why we are so grateful you have come. Everything you are doing enters perfectly into what we'd like for Benin.
This is the fourth visit by a Mercy ship to Benin in the past 12 years. Since 1978, Mercy floating hospitals have traveled the world. Kyle Run is the director of U.S. development for Mercy ships.
Well, Mercy Ships is the largest floating non-governmental hospital ship in the world, operate a floating hospital ship, and we are there to maintain and do free surgeries and sustainable community development.
The Africa Mercy was deployed in 2007. It includes 6 operating rooms, an intensive care unit, and bed space for almost 100 patients and a crew of hundreds. Surgeries are performed on a daily basis. 17-year-old Ghislain has been living with a tumor for several years.
I'm very happy that Mercy ships want to help me to remove my tumor. In my village, many people would laugh and would say bad things. And if Mercy ships can help other people, that can be very good.
At least 53,000 people are projected to receive help and assistance in Benin. Kyle Rand says, although a mission lasts for 10 months in each country, the work does not stop afterward.
We partner with other non-governmental organizations to make sure that things continue, such as if there's follow-up surgery, oftentimes another humanitarian aid organization will either get that person to our ship if it's in a neighboring country, or they will provide services through their own means within the country to help finish. It is a commitment that we have as an organization. You know, it's not just fix it and leave. You know, we work close hand in glove with other people to make sure that things continue to progress.
Mercy ships are funded mainly by private donation. Hundreds of volunteers come from around the world to offer their time and expertise.
Well, I think Mercy Ships is an organization that just totally loves and embraces people right where they are. And, you know, we really do seek to be the love in action by bringing hope and healing to the world's forgotten poor.
This woman just underwent surgery to remove a cataract on the Africa Mercy, a ship of compassion giving people a reason to celebrate. Dr. Glenn Strauss is an eye surgeon and Senior Vice President of Healthcare Initiatives for Mercy Ships. Dr. Strauss, thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm happy to be able to chat with you.
It's good to have you all the way from Benin. Tell us about some of the surgeries that are usually performed on Mercy ships.
Well, the cataract surgery, of course, I'm most familiar with because that's the surgery that I myself am doing. And these are people who are blind in both eyes, who can maybe see shadows or light and dark. And a 5 to 6 minute operation restores their sight. So that's very exciting. We hope to do about 3,000 of those procedures before we leave this year. And in addition, there's procedures for the those who have deformities, particularly facial deformities, things that have resulted in them being outcast from their communities. So cleft lips and palates, large benign facial tumors. We don't operate on tumors that are cancerous or metastatic disease and such as that. We're not able to deal with that. but we are able to deal with conditions that have resulted in gross deformities and can restore people to a relatively normal appearance and get them back working and to their families again in the maxillofacial area. And again, we do orthopedic type of procedures for children particularly. They result with the congenital abnormalities or with malunions, conditions where the bones are not set properly because they don't have access to health care. And so we're able to restore them to a functional condition.
Now, with
lastly,
with the case of Benin specifically, the ship just arrived there. Tell us about what kind of health conditions you've seen so far more frequently.
Benin is like a lot of countries in sub-Saharan West Africa, in that the large numbers of people have no access to health care whatsoever. The population is about 8 million, and out of that 8 million, there's only a very small portion of the people that have access to any health care. The health care that's here, there is a hospital that's functioning, but it's very low in terms of the types of procedures that they offer and what they're able to do. Very limited access to medications. And the doctors and so on that are here, there are a few of them here, but they struggle to just get the day-to-day problems taken care of.
And Dr. Strauss, we just have about 30 seconds. Let's have your final words regarding your mission there.
Our mission is to do what we can to provide the people of West Africa, the poorest of the poor, with access to health care. We want to ignite a spark of hope in their lives, and there's no better way to do that, we believe, than by touching them with a caring, loving person working in their life to restore them to health and well-being.
Thank you so much, Dr. Strauss, for joining us all the way from Benin, and good luck in your work.
Thank you so much.
And that's the story of Mercy Ships. Isn't that interesting?
It's good to see a few good guys doing a great job out
Very
there.
inspiring indeed.
Yeah.
Thank
you for bringing that story to the audience.
Sure.
Really insightful. And of course, always we thank Lenore Madu for joining us. For you there, please be sure to watch for her every Thursday and Tuesday for the latest health news in Africa right here on In Focus.
And for more information on these stories, go to voanews.com/TV to Africa.